We thought we'd kick off the first one with the top 5 reasons why we choose to partner with doTERRA.
Cool. So what's one?
Number 1 for me is community. It was shocking. I wasn't quite certain when Andrea started with the essential oils, when we started with doTERRA. I was skeptical, like a lot of people, and probably like a lot of men in the lives of the people on our pages. But the more I'm in the group and the more I'm with the people, the more I really love it, to be honest with you. When I go to convention, I love connecting with the other guys there. I met a fireman from Dallas that we had a great time hanging out together. I love seeing the families, and I just love what the community does. It's a bunch of like-minded, empowered people kind of questioning the status quo and looking for more in their life, and I think we're blessed to be part of it and to be able to share it with you guys. So community for me is the number one thing.
I think for me, and on community, I mean, these we collected together, so they're the same answer, but a little bit different take. For me, the community piece of some of these people, just like you guys on this page, live completely different lives than us. We all have our own journey and our own path, and whatever doTERRA means to you and your journey and your path of life is a blessing. And whether you take that as, hey, I love this product, whether we start to share and empower other families, whether we're traveling the country empowering people, it doesn't really matter. The fact that we're all looking for a natural solution, that we're looking for less toxins in our life, whether that's relationships or environmental threats, the point is the like-mindedness of being a doTERRian in general is just such an empowering thing and such a cool place to be, quite frankly, because most people are looking for something a little bit different than what they've been living so far.
Yeah, it just feels good to be in a group where positivity is, a foundation, and supporting one another is not just encouraged but practiced, and it's really uplifting. And I think at times, sometimes you'll feel like I don't know where to look or where to turn. For me, this community has been fantastic, and I just am thankful to be part of it.
Okay, number 2. What's our number 2 reason?
Empowerment. Empowering you to reduce toxins in your house, empowering you to take charge of your health, empowering you to just realize there's more to life if you want it, that you can go out and create for yourself. You can go out and change some of the things that traditionally weren't available to us many years ago. I love seeing the moms empowered to care for their kids differently, to share that story with other moms, and to really start this at the grassroots level. Is pretty amazing to watch, and to see people who were shy come out of their shells, who didn't quite share their story, start to tell their story. I think it is very gratifying and very humbling.
So for me, the empowerment piece is a lot similar to Jared's, and then the only piece that I would add is the empowerment on the other side of the bottle. So, he talked a lot about the side of the bottle that we're on, but there's this whole other side, you guys, that if you don't know much about, checking out some of the humanitarian work that doTERRA is a part of, every single drop in those bottles means on the other end, a family's life is being changed, whether that's their financial freedom, whether that's empowerment of the women on that side, kids getting able to, be able to go to school because their families can afford that, even clothes and food, the necessities that we take so, for granted, I believe, or at least I do many days. We're giving that to people across the planet. So the empowerment of the nature that we're also empowering, you guys, doTERRA is looking at how they are impacting the planet every single time they source. So they're looking at sourcing, how do we protect the source, obviously, how do we duplicate the source so it's there 20, 30, 40 years from now, and then how do we protect the planet of the environment around it. So it's so much deeper than just a product and just your empowerment. It's all the way across. So yeah, hey Tara.
Thanks. And simply, to me, you're empowering families, and how amazing and gratifying is that to know that you're empowering families through your purchasing power, through your knowledge, through your sharing, through your usage. Is I think what many of us find missing in the world today is we don't feel empowered, and we don't know how to get back some of that. And to me, that's one of the big things that I love about the community piece we've talked about, and then the empowerment piece of what we're doing is we are truly changing lives by changing our life.
And that kind of leads us perfectly into number 3. So what's number 3, Jared?
Confidence. There's a lot of products out there, and there's a lot of different things people can use or will be sold on how to do alternative medicines or alternative healthcare. But for me, one of the big things here is the confidence that every product is tested, it's quality assured, it's pure, so that I know when I'm giving it to my kids, or I'm sharing it with a friend, or I'm telling somebody about it, that they're going to have a good experience with it, that they can have peace of mind knowing from one bottle to the next what they're putting in their bodies.
And so doTERRA came out with I don't know if you want to call it a tagline or a thought process that they really wanted to educate us on in September when we were all together at the conference of Pursuit of Purity. And to me, that again is so much deeper than just the label and the packaging of making sure that that product is 100% pure for the therapeutic effects like Jared's talking about, but it's also how are we sourcing those products? How are we helping the communities when we go in and tap into that resource? How are we impacting the families that are connected to that community? How are we showing up for each other in this community that we're in? Just making sure that our intentions are always pure. We're looking for impacting the most amount of families across the planet every time we talk about a bottle or purchase a bottle or speak about it. We know that, hey, we're actually pursuing something that feels really, really good to our hearts, as well as our health and our finances and everything else.
Love it. Number 4 is personal development. And the very first convention I went to, I was shocked that through all the classes I sat in, the common theme was doTERRA is an essential or a personal development company wrapped by essential oils or something along that line. And I truly believe that, and I love it. I love the information they send us and they share with us designed to help us become better. I love what I've seen Andrea accomplish and many of you on the team, getting out of your comfort zone, taking some risk, moving yourself forward. So personal development to me is number 4, because I can tell you I've grown. The last time out in Salt Lake for convention, I went to a shift event for men, which was phenomenal. It was essential oils and kind of just shifting the mental mindset of our men towards more self-care, more openness and honesty about when you don't feel well, when you are depressed. And so I'm super excited to study that more, research that more, and start to bring that to our team, because I think that is a very under talked about area is the struggles men go through. So the personal development to me is number 4. What about you?
So same thing. We have the same 4, but I just want to put my own little spin on it. I recently saw this post that was basically saying, if you're not growing, you're dying. And you can look at that in all aspects of your life: your relationships in the family around you, your workspace, what you're doing physically with your body, mentally with your spiritual health or your mental health. And I really believe that is part of personal development of our life journey. Of you never want to stay in a place where you know everything, you've been everywhere you want to go, you've seen everything you want to do, right? Like we always are looking for something, pursuing, developing our brains and our bodies and our minds. And so it just pairs perfectly with the ongoing education, the science, the research, like all they do to make sure that we are informed and educated and we're serving the highest purpose possible every time we, interact with doTERRA and the products. So love that. Number 5.
Freedom. The ability to have the freedom to pick my business partner and to pick our business partners and to pick and choose who we work with and who we spend our time with. It is so rewarding. Coming from a position and a background where I worked with whoever they told me to work with, and some days it was very fulfilling and rewarding, and other days it was challenging and not rewarding at all. We now have freedom to pick who we work with, pick what we do, and if something works, we have ownership. Okay, this worked, let's duplicate it. If something doesn't work, then it's on us to make adjustments and figure out what went wrong and how do we make it work the next time. So I love the freedom. I love the ownership that comes with freedom. And I love being able to pick who I surround myself with each day.
So I'm gonna piggy on that. You know, we're still talking about freedom, but let's talk about freedom to pick products that don't have toxins in them, don't have synthetics, don't have dyes and fragrances that are diminishing our health instead of adding value to our health. So to me, the freedom can come in on that, and it also has freedom to me of choosing the dollars spent the way I want them to be spent. I much rather partner with people that I love and I care about and spend my money there, knowing that it's helping the planet, it's helping my health, it's helping their needs, much more than Walmart. I can know how my product's even being sourced, and I can't do that at Walmart. I can't do that at King Soopers. So for me, that empowerment is at such a deep level of understanding, you know, not only people, not only time, not only energy, but the financial piece and the health piece. It's all encompassing, and I feel like it's just there's so much depth with doTERRA. It's just a beautiful experience, and we've had so much fun. It's been so much more than I could have ever imagined when I first opened my first bottle and started purchasing this product, and it truly was just about the product, and now it's become so much bigger and so much more. I think it's something we could talk about on and on and on, but we would love to hear your guys's. We would love to hear some of the reasons why you choose to be part of this community, and be part of our community specifically.
Yeah, and we're very thankful for you for being here and for trusting us on this journey. And we're always evolving and changing, and quite honestly, with that freedom comes the responsibility to continue to grow and to continue to evolve.
Great night.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
We'll see you guys again soon. We would love in the comments for you to share again why you want to be part of this community, why you're here on this page, and how we can help support you.